Welcome to Field Home Farm Sessions podcast, episode 238, August 26, 2025. Haven't talked to you guys for a long time. And ladies, KJ, I always say the old KJ, I should just say KJ, because she is younger than the mystery, younger than the Emmett, younger than everything else. Haven't talked for a while, been busy with 4-H shows. I'll get into that. Simcoe Open Show, up on the cottage, at the cottage, incident that happened in the cottage, which is not good at all. People up to the cottage, the end of summer, and just different people. And Hubie Jen, how can you start a podcast without talking about Hubie Jen? I don't know all the details yet, but Hubie Jen's daughter got married on the weekend to, I don't know her husband, but they're down in Hagersville and they're starting a chicken barn. I'm assuming the chickens are already in. I'm just piecing together. Sorry, Hubie Jen, you're not the focus of my summer, and I'm sure I'm not either. So when I piece together the pieces, it's kind of here and there. So I think you said you're putting chickens in. The chickens are already in the barn, or they're coming in the barn. You're in your daughter's new barn for chickens. It's great to have another person in the chicken industry. And Hubie Jen's daughter got married, one of four. I seen one picture online, and you two looked magnificent, all dressed up in your dresses. I'm sure that was your work clothes were on about a month before that. So lots of work getting things ready for everything. And you had the buck and doe in the shed and everything else. So it's a lot of work. But at the end of the day, you're sitting there on that day, and it goes by so fast, and it's hard to enjoy. It's when you think back, you said, "Holy shit, did that happen?" Because I said we had the Big Roy's get into Big Roy in a little bit, but we had Big Roy's daughter's reception in our shed, and then we had the plow match. And we had some 4-H shows, and now it's August 26th. It's the last week of summer, officially the last week of summer for kids and families and everything else. It's still for mystery and for these people that are single and don't have families. You know what I'm saying, mystery. I love you. Don't worry about that. What I'm saying is your summer is not over yet. You still have till the end of September. So, and then we get into fall, but. So continue where I left off the last time. I said I took my daughter to Barrie. It was a model cow. She had an interview. She had a test, an essay, and then a quiz, and that's part of this model cow competition. And then the next day, we woke up at 3:30. We didn't take the calf. Some people take the calves. I'm like, I'm not this show crazy people like everybody else, and I'll get into that in a minute. Woke up at 3:30 on the Thursday morning. Took the calves in my two daughters' calves because that was the day of the open show, and tied one up with the other ones. One's in Cooksdown Club, one's in a Bradford Beaton Club, and some reasons, but the other reasons is they don't get along that great. And realistically, we should just say, fuck it. You two are going to be in the same club, but we have not done that yet. We let them choose, and when they let them choose and they have their own way, it does not do good for parents' peace. Let's put it that way. So my daughter got second in her class. I think she was intermediate for showmanship, which was amazing. My other daughter didn't go in the model cow because she was at the 4-H leadership camp or 4-H adventure camp. And I'll talk about that in a minute too. I got a big day. I got to take an unedited water break. It's a big day. Where is the mystery? Where is the KJ? Where is the Emmett today? Nobody's listening. And that's fine. Oh, I got to do a touch up because I'm losing all these people in these other countries. Usually when you see your data online, see who's listening. And there used to be a lot of people listening from other countries and provinces. But lately the Quebec has not, they au revoir from my podcast for now. I haven't done one for 6 days either, so I don't know. Other countries here and there. I had one from India. But anyways, that's how they talk. I'm trying not to. They probably talk like, how you doing? So getting back, my other daughter was at the 4-H camp, so she didn't go into it. And the model cow, my other daughter did her showmanship. She got second in intermediate, got a nice picture of that. But when you're second, it's kind of hard when you get pulled into the final. it's kind of hard unless you're 1-2 in the championship, but she was not 1-2, so that was fine. She did great, and then they did the calf show, and I got to here. Hold on, I will get you exact facts in a minute. Hold on. The Simcoe County Holstein Show. There you go. So out of, let's put it this way. Where is it here? My daughter was 9th in that class. She was the Baby March class, which is called the Spring Heifer. She was 9th out of 19. So that was pretty damn good. Like last year, she was last. If you remember that, she was dead last. Oh, no, she was second last. My other daughter was last. So not a very good turnout. So 9th out of 19 was pretty damn good. And then my other daughter got 8th in her class in the I was going to say winter heifer class. She was 8th, which was pretty freaking good too. So we are very happy. Oh no, hold on. I'm going to stop back. I thought that was in the 4-H part. She was 4th. So my second daughter, my oldest daughter, I say my second daughter, my oldest daughter in the winter heifer class, she was 4th and second 4-H, which was pretty damn good. And my other daughter was kind of upset because she's Miss Competitive. And like I said before, sometimes she doubts herself and all that. And she had a pretty damn good calf. But at the start, it looked better than the other oldest daughter's calf. But then as we got to the show, a little closer to the show, my oldest daughter's calf looked better. And she got 4th. So that was pretty freaking good. So that was good. And that was a different judge. So the next day, and second 4-H. So that was pretty good. The next day, I keep going on to that. So Simcoe show, we did not stay for the Simcoe show, and the Cookstown leader was kind of looking at me upset, and I said, well, it's my calf, and I get into lots of stuff. My brain's going right now, and I'm just thinking, morning, Curtis, how the hell are you? I forget your last name. I see it on Facebook, but Curtis is Larissa Walker's boyfriend. He worked for my brother for 3 years. Believe it or not, I don't know how he did it, but he worked for my brother for a long time. And the reason he farms up there and I farm up there is we just want to be boss. Both want to be bosses. When you both want to be the boss, you can't get along as good as you should. So Curtis did work there, but he was like 14. So getting older. Good to meet you, Curtis. If you're listening, how the fuck are you? Shout out to Curtis. Hubie Jen, I can talk about you in a minute after, but I'm just yeah. So anyways, getting back to 4-H. So I used to show at this show all the time when we moved up, 1999, we moved up. 2000, we showed some calves, and then 2001, we showed some cows, and then it kind of petered off till about 2004, I stopped showing cows, and if I really, really, really had a good one, I might take her up, but not very much. And I would lend out the odd calves to 4-H and whatnot. But it's just a lot of time. And when I was at the show, excuse me, I was remembering there's the little Jeffy Stevenson there. He's there for like 3 nights. Well, that's great. But who's doing the chores at home? Well, his dad. And that's great if you have that. But my dad was getting older, and hold on, I'm not choking up. I'm just dry mouth. So it's a lot. It's very time consuming. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to take the calf home. My one daughter who's in the Bradford Club, Trish Downey, is one of the leaders there. Amazing person. Just a down to earth, straight up, straight shooter. She says the farm makes money. She makes she's got 4 kids like ourselves. She makes her kids clip her calves, do everything themselves. It's hands on. I wish I had I'm not sure in the hoof trimming. Maybe she does it herself. I don't know. Maybe she gets Dave. I don't know. But the clipping part of it, I know she makes the kids do it. And that's learn to do by doing. And it was kind of cool because my oldest daughter, who is not really a fitter by trade, but she was helping the other kids because she knew how to blow up the calves' top lines. And she was watching Emmett's son Josh do it the other day, so she kind of knew a little bit. And shout out to Emmett's son Josh. He was here on the Wednesday night and helped. Not help, but he did the top lines and did an amazing job. Came in, we gave him some steak dinner. Oh Jesus! He said it's not as good as his father-in-law's. Well, I guess he's not going to cut up his father-in-law's steak, but pretty good steak. And then So did the top lines. My daughter's blowing up the top lines for this, Trish. So Trish, how they do it, they bring their calves in, they set up. That's the open show. They take all their calves home instead of leaving them there, because if you leave your calves there, maybe Roscoe's on. Roscoe, there's nobody else on. I heard you were in Newfoundland for a couple days or whatever. How the fuck was it? How was the old Newfoundland? Did you get screeched in? And how was George Street? That would be the questions. I was up to Mystery's Cottage there. I don't know if you listened to the episode. I was up Mystery's Cottage just as you dirty bastards left. So maybe that was on purpose, but no, it wasn't. So Trish Downey from Bradford Beaton 4-H Club. It's not their main achievement day, but they come to the open show. But they take all their calves home because she says, I got to do chores. Straight shooter, has shit to do, has a living, has life to do, takes everything home. So my daughter's calf was going to be the only calf there. And I said, well, I asked Mr. Colin Walker if he could tie up my calf with him. And he said, sure. But then I said, I don't want to put him at a convenience. And they weren't staying. My daughter, who went to camp, was fucking tired. And Roscoe, I found out that your sister's kids were at the camp also. And I didn't even know at first because it said Gore. And I'm assuming it's the twins that was there. There was a Gore and a Gore. And then I looked beside and it said Darlene Downey. I was like, well, what the fuck? Did she not change her name? I forget. Anyways, so she wanted to come home. And then I said to the other girl, so I'm taking that calf home too. And the other leader of the Cookstown Club was trying to say I can't do it. And I said, well, it's my calf. And I said, I'm doing it, so I don't have to look after it. So we were the only ones out of the whole group of that Cookstown Club that took it home. Maybe we got isolated out of it. I don't know. But my other daughter had a very good calf, and she was in the group of 3 for that club too. So it was a good day. So we took the calves home. I did not stay to watch the cow show, the open show. I took them home as soon as the calf classes were done. I had a nap. My daughter had a nap. Like I said, we got up at 3:30. This was later in the day. You're standing all day watching cow shows, Roscoe, if you remember that. But back in the day, then we put the calves in. The calves are happier at home. We didn't have to pay anybody to look after them. They actually one calf laid in one poop, and that was it. If they were at the cow show, they were different water, different feed. It's just not as relaxing. And it was coming home anyways. Why not bring the calves home? Do that. Then we woke up again at 3:30, and of course, as girls, they have to get their hair done. Here we go. We read the Roscoe. Yeah, Newfoundland was great. A lot of good sightseeing. I'm just getting the boys start picking pie pumpkins today. Holy shit, August 26th, and you're picking pumpkins already. Is that early because of the dry weather, or it's just the regular time? Because I think personally they should have Halloween the end of September 30th instead of October 30th. October 30th, it's always so fucking cold when you take the kids out trick-or-treating, and it's just, I think they should have it September 30th. But it's a bit early. See, there you go. Too dry this summer. I could be a vegetable farmer too. I know my daughter planted a couple pumpkins, and holy shit, they grow like crazy. And yes, I think they're getting close to being ready. So woke up at 3:30. The girls had to get their hair done and everything else by my wife, not by myself. Facts Porcupine Podcast. You have not been on for a long time. How are you today? I listen to a few of your episodes once in a while. It clicks on. And did you get on as a counselor down in New York? I forget. You were going for it. So there you go. How's the chickens? Well, I can cut back. I was into another story, but you missed me. Well, thank you. I've been good. It's been a busy summer. I said we had we had my buddy's thing. I just talking about my kids' 4-H shows. I had to take them there. They got calves, and then I had a plow match here, and I got to get up to the cottage, and then I have chickens in too. I'm going to get chickens in too, so I have to set up for that. And right now I'm just emptying my cistern out of water, and then kind of rejuvenating, and then it pumps in new water from the well. So that's always you want to do that once in a while just to regenerate it. You don't want to have the old water in there. Animals like the nice fresh water, so that's one thing too. So my position, what's my position? I'm still on the board. I don't think they can fire me unless I do something really bad, and I don't plan on doing something really bad. We are just dealing with you deal with different things within the industry, within the farmers. You do farmers concerns. You always try to get more chicken. You try to watch what's coming in, watch what's going out, see if the processors have enough chicken. See if the farmers, like I said, the farmers concerns, public concerns. It's a lot more than I thought it would be, but it's pretty interesting too, the on the chicken board. So I do enjoy it, but sometimes it can be a little bit much. But I guess you never know what you're getting into until you get into it. So facts. I got four kids. I like for them to work, but so getting into that, the second day I was talking about my 4-H show there, facts, and so the second day we woke up at 3:30 again, take the cabs in. One of the I don't want to get into a negative part of the podcast, so one of the persons is a little difficult to deal with, but so we were there a little bit after 5 o'clock in the morning. Got the cabs in. Didn't have to wash them because we washed when my daughters washed them at home, so that was pretty good. Yeah, that's to say you wash them at home, get them familiarity. They're used to getting washed. Take them in, they let them dry off, let them get settled in again, and then give them a bit of feed, blow up their top lines, and then start to show them. Excuse me, unedited. Sorry, facts. I didn't mean to do a live cough on you. I'm just talking a lot, so. As of the 4-H show, my daughters got fourth and fifth, or sorry, eighth and ninth in the 4-H show. So not as good, but it was a big show. Hold on, facts. I got a little bit. And Roscoe. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, you have my United States listener. I haven't had a lot of people from the United States. How many people you got living in the United States? Like 400 million, and I haven't had very many people. So. I wonder how many podcasts you could Google it. How many podcasts are online now? Like probably tens of thousands. There's probably some in every country and whatnot. But Roscoe, this is his number one podcast apparently, so it's good. So we did that. The 4-H show. What did they do in showmanship? They were fourth and fifth, and then Emmett just showed up. There you go. See, Roscoe said it's his number one podcast. Perfect. You haven't got Roscoe. I guarantee you could do a pretty good podcast of your life and the farm market and just different things going on. And when you have a family of four and then they have all family and nieces and nephews and shit going on and hockey, your son and whatnot, I'm pretty sure you could do a pretty interesting podcast as well. Emmett Foster is on. I seen online your son was first in showmanship again. I forget what show it was, but good stuff. He's finishing out with a bang. His last year of 4-H, and that's the. I guess realistically, you'd want to the Appleman podcast. There you go. Roscoe's going to call it the Appleman podcast. What about the Apple Pumpkin Pie podcast? Would be pretty interesting too. So you call it the Apple Pie podcast. That'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? And it'd be gender neutral. So. Yes, Emmett Foster's son finished. He won the Grand Champion showmanship there, and that's awesome. But it's his last year, which is bittersweet too, because you're hoping maybe you'd do like the year or two before, and then you could finish. Then you could say I went first and just keep building up. So, but all the best. He's got a couple fairs left. My daughter's going crazy. She wants to show on every fucking fair there is in the world, and I said I got other stuff going on too, so. Our next show will be the Beaton Fair, Dickhurst and Beaton, and that is on September 13th. So it's 10 minutes down the road. It's a one-day show. Go in, bada boom, bada bang, bang, you're done. So brought the calves home. My wife had to go to a birthday party at her niece's. I got the free hall pass out of it because I said, I have not been up to the cottage for a long time. I got to get up there. And then Big Roy and his girlfriend Rand were coming up, so we did that. And Woodbridge Gord, any facts podcast, when I talk about Italian, Woodbridge, there used to be a lot of Italians, and when you talk about Italians, you got to go, because, hey, bada boom. So Dirty Mike, that's his saying. I haven't shut out for Dirty Mike for a long time, so holy shit, we got people just going crazy. Oh, fuck. This guy, he's going to help me earn $6,000 to $7,000 a month. There you go. Good for him. I guarantee you I'm not going to do that. But just listen. Thanks for listening. How's that? I'm not looking for looking for a massive. I got a job. I'm on the board. I make a bit of money that way. I said, I got a cash crop, a chicken farm, and a beef farm. This is just for fun. I'm not looking to make a crap load of cash. That's for sure. So Big Roy and Rand came up. So Woodbridge Gord came over with his pontoon boat and his wife and daughter Holly and their dogs. I took my dog Holstein up. Go in the lake. He's got my winter boat, the winter pontoon boat. Holy crap, that guy wrote a lot of stuff on here. Jesus. Oh, he just keeps repeating and repeating. Thank you for doing it. There you go. Facts. I grew up with a lot of Italians. So we go in the pontoon boat. We're on the lake. It was getting late at night. And then Woodbridge Gord's, I'm not going to say every time, but anyways, Woodbridge Gord's wife says, "Did you hear the stuff on the lake?" And I said, I haven't heard anything. I haven't been up for very long. Hold on, unedit it. And hold on, I just got to check my water. Oh, no, it's still running. So she says, "Did you hear what's going on in the lake?" So apparently the weekend before, a bunch of kids took their dad's boat out. There's a pontoon boat out on the middle of the lake. Went to a rental cottage, picked up some girls because they're boys and boys like girls generally. And picked up some girls to go out in the lake. And a friend of the person that owns the boat, his son's friend, got on the boat, started it, put it in reverse, and ran over this, like propellered this girl's foot. And apparently it didn't chop the foot off, which is rare because those propellers go pretty fast. So injured this girl's foot, and apparently it was 5 hours in surgery, had to be flown down to Toronto, bolts, pins, everything else. And we were just talking. I'm not laughing. And we were just talking about it on the, then you start talking. It's like, and that seems to be the main focus of. And Emmett's been on the lake, so yeah, shit happens. But the girl, he said, if she does any kind of sports, any dance, any gymnastics, anything else, I have no idea. This is just happened. But if she does any of that, either she won't be able to do it again, or never be able to do it again. But who knows? But. Shit happens on the lake, but it's like there was cops, and of course it's just something you don't want to happen. And since they were 14, it's not good because there was a boat. Apparently they had a boat license, but when you're 14, you're not really supposed to drive anything over 40 horsepower. Plus it wasn't their boat. Plus they started it and then the kid put it in reverse, and it's a whole shit show of crap that you don't want to happen, because when people are on the lake, you just want, oh my God, this guy keeps going. Nadine, you can just get off my podcast anytime you want to keep doing that stuff, because you keep repeating the same crap. And I don't know how many times it works, but I don't know. So anyways, that was just shit on the lake. And our lake's usually a pretty easygoing, like fun lake. And the dad of the guy that owns the boat is usually pretty energetic, enthusiastic, a lot of fun. He's the guy who hosts the cottage, hosts the concert on the lake. So let's just put it this way. The lake last weekend when I was there was a very big downer. It was not happening, I'm going to read podcast. Invited this guy up on my show to promote what he's talking about. He didn't say a word, and he's not from the United States. There you go. Is that the guy that... Anyways. Sorry, facts. I got to concentrate for a second. So I was up on the lake, and it's usually a pretty happening lake. It's usually pretty busy, and it was just like there was an eerie... After I heard this, if I didn't hear it, I'd say, well, what's going on the lake? It looks pretty quiet. But after I heard this, it's like, yeah, there's not a lot going on. Roscoe says he'll help promote my podcast, and you only have to pay me $5,000. Well, this person says I can generate $6 to $7 per month. Do you imagine that? Like $80,000 a year just doing a podcast? Yeah, I don't know. I would definitely have to have Roscoe, Mystery, KJ as co-hosts. Are you going to come in here every day and we'll do a podcast? I usually do it online, but anyways. So yeah, it was an eerie thing at the lake, but so Roy and Rand, yes, it was and then the next day was lovely, but we did work around the cottage. Big Roy doesn't like to sit still. And it was kind of a shitty day as far as started raining at night. So we did a tour. We did a boat tour around the lake, and then my wife and other kids came up, and it started raining. So we had a big euchre tournament. Anybody that wants to do euchre, we did a 3-man euchre with Roy and Rayanne the night before. I've never played three-hand euchre. Apparently, people that are crazy euchre, that apparently that's what you do, and I don't know. Anyways, I think they just make up rules, but um, so yeah, then we it was kind of rainy, so we played some euchre. Went to Woodbridge. So Woodbridge Gord is building his barn dominium up at the cottage, and that seems to be the focus of everybody on the lake. So everybody goes for a little tour, and I said to Woodbridge Gord, that we should pay. He should charge $5 for a tour. So it's fucking massive. This barn dominium. I should take a picture and put it online. But if you go online and just type in barn dominium, they pretty much look all the same. There's basically a house, and then there's a barn to the side and a shed. So it's like a where a person lives, and then a man cave all at the same time. You can keep all his toys. So it's pretty good. It's a pretty big thing. And then on the Sunday, Big Roy was bugging Sutton Gym. I've talked about Sutton Gym before. Hold on, unedit it. 25 minutes today, Roscoe and Emmett, they're still listening. When KJ was on the other day, I should have talked this long because she had a 4-hour bus ride to the 4-H camp. And I'll get into that too in a minute. But so Sutton Jim, him and his wife came up the other day, and they came up on Sunday, brought up some stuff. And like a Sutton Jim, he showed up at 9 in the morning and he left at 2. Like, I love Sutton Jim and his wife Carol, but at the same time, holy fuck, Jim, just take some time to relax. He'd be like, well, I've seen everything. He did chores in the morning, came up, drove 2 hours, stayed for 5 hours, drove 2 hours home. Like, I don't get it, but that's the way he's built. He's 65 years old, and you can tell, like, he works like hell. He does works like crazy, but his body's shutting down, and I guarantee in another 10 years he's going to be crippled. And I hate to say that, but that's what a lifetime of work does to you. And I hate to say it, but and he came up, and then I came home the next day with my son. My oldest daughter stayed home because she does not have the cottage vibe like the rest of us, and she fed the calves at home and looked after things, and she likes being alone and peace. So that's great too. But brought my son home, and we did a bunch of stuff. Now I'm getting the chicken barn ready, doing a podcast, talking to all you guys, all you girls out there, and Roscoe, Emmett, what are you doing today for fun? Pulling titties? But my daughter's 4-H camp. Yes, I'll get into that. That'll be my final of the day. My daughter's 4-H camp. She went up near Huntsville. My wife took her up there, and then. But did I get any information from her? No. Like, why would you tell your fucking dad anything? So if she told my wife something, my wife didn't tell me that either stuff. But I don't know why. Like, so KJ. Phil Emmett, not Emmett Foster, but Phil Emmett, KJ, even Roscoe's sister probably knows more about the camp than I do. My daughter showed me a couple pictures, and it's not that I'm not interested. I ask them, but I don't want to have to keep asking. Just if I ask once, show me what I want to know and do it. I'm not going to keep asking you. So feels like fall. Yes, it's cold outside, but I said it's getting cool. I don't know how it is in New York. It's being cool, but everything else, school's starting next week. My one daughter has got hockey coming up, and there is 3 days off in September for hockey. Like, my daughter there's 30 days in September, so she's got 27 days of hockey. That is insane. There you go. Fax, when do you generally do your podcast? Because obviously you're not doing it right now, but Roscoe, I was going to ask you, what is your son doing for hockey this year? Because I know you know exactly what I mean when I say there's 3 days off. They have this, like I told you, this coach is intense for my daughter. So they got dryland training. That means like training with just your running shoes. And then they have yoga, which is supposed to, I don't know, maybe it's to do your katra inside. I don't know. And then they have on ice, and then they have team meetings too. So they're going to do team meetings where I guess they're going to show the plays and they go on the ice and do it. So this coach, very intense, seems like very well. And as well as I was telling a guy on the lake, I said, this is my daughter's year, that if she does not take everything that he has and put it on the ice, I said, that is up to her. I think if she doesn't fully utilize every skill that this guy's doing, then I said, I don't know. Then she might as well just play house league, because I think this is your year to do it. So thanks for listening. We're getting near the 30 minute. Let's get over 30 minutes today, Roscoe, and see what happens in Fax and Emmett. Emmett is talking. Let's see what we're talking about today. So the chicken, I'll keep going. I can talk about Curtis some more, but Curtis is my new listener. He's 8. He might be my youngest listener at 18 years old. Speaking of the fucking devil, there is Sutton Jim calling me. I'll have to talk to him in a little bit, but I will call him back. 30 minutes, boys and girls. Thanks for listening today. I just wanted to get the 30 minutes going. Thanks, Fax. I'm going to listen to your podcast today. Where's Mystery?